So obviously very happy about the win, and just really proud of how strong the team came together tonight. It was a tough battle out there, and obviously it's important to win any football game you get a chance at, but I think the bigger story right now is just the display of resilience that we saw from all of our players. And at the end of the day, that can win a lot of football games, and certainly I think was a factor tonight for us. Impressed how Deacon stepped in, tough circumstance and disappointing, mostly for Cade. To go down early with an injury like that, we really don't know his status till early next week, but it's nonetheless very disappointing. I can only imagine how he's feeling, but I thought Deacon stepped into a tough situation. Really did a good job leading our football team and making good decisions, especially in the second half, in some critical situations. So he really did a good job. So obviously offensively didn't have a lot of rhythm, had a couple good drives in the first half, and then didn't have a lot of rhythm during that part, and it's kind of like a multiple array of things. Defensively, want to get off the field a little quicker at times, that type of deal, but I thought they showed resiliency and kept our opponents out of the end zone. That was certainly a big deal. And I think the bottom line is, like, you watch the game, you can see a lot of things going on. We've got a lot of young guys, and some of it's mental, some of it's physical. But we obviously have a lot to work on, and we'll get back to that tomorrow. I think the coaching staff's well aware of what we're trying to get done here, what we need to get done, and the challenge is to get it done and move faster as we move forward here. So, we got plenty of work to do. I'm not going to let that ruin tonight, that's for sure. It's just really proud of our team's resilience. And, bottom line right now, we're 4-1, puts us at 1-1, and to get back up on our feet after a really tough week last week, just proud of our guys. So that's where we're at right now. We'll celebrate, enjoy this thing tonight, and then we'll go back to work tomorrow.
Coach, after your loss last week, how was practice this week after a tough loss? Was it a good week?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say some of it lingered a little bit, some of the feel, the sting, if you will. And Monday, I thought we were okay. Tuesday, we were lacking some things, and then I thought bounce back. Wednesday, we're good the rest of the week. But that one stung. It was a tough loss, and those aren't much fun when you go through them. But it's a credit to our guys. I think we're getting some good leadership from some guys, and we have some bumps right now, some issues we have to deal with, and it's not going to go away. So we got to deal with that and push through it.
Does it appear with Cade that it's going to be a multiple week at best type of situation with him?
Yeah, I don't want to speculate, but it's it always is concerning. The guy has to get helped off the field, and just that if just to miss time period right now through what considering what he's been through, it's really tough. So you feel bad for any player who gets injured, but in his case, it's rough.
At the moment, anything you've heard on Nick DeYoung, or is that another one you won't know till next week?
Just talking to him in the locker room, it seemed like it's not as bad as it could have been. So no dislocation, anything like that, which is good news.
What is your confidence level in Deacon Hill?
I'm sorry?
What is your confidence level in Deacon Hill?
Well, Deacon, unfortunately, he's gotten more practice. I don't mean that in a negative way, but he's practiced more than we would have a normal number 2 guy would because of Cade's, first issue. And so I think that benefited him a little bit tonight. But that's one thing to practice. It's another thing to step in there when the game's on the line, which it was. And we had a lot of football to play. And I thought he showed good poise out there. He played with confidence, and his teammates. I think you can see they rally around him. They made some good throws and had some. Other ones we can probably improve on, but I thought he did a good job for the first time in really critical time.
What's
if he does
Cade's
have to miss,
spirits?
Come right back. I'm sorry.
How's Cade's spirits doing?
I mean, you could probably figure that one out yourself. Not good. Yeah, it's not good. No player gets injured. Feeling too happy about things.
if Cade does have to miss extended time, is that for sure Deacon's job? Is that something? What's kind of Joe Avis's status in that as well?
Yeah, so Joe missed a lot of time too, if you remember coming into camp. So yeah, right now Deacon would clearly be 1, Joe would be 2, and we'll just keep pushing forward.
Does Deacon give you what you need to succeed on offense, and how?
Well, I mean, he's a different style quarterback. Obviously he's a big quarterback, but he throws the ball well. It's his strength, I think, and I thought tonight we hadn't really seen him in game action, where the game's on the line. And I thought he showed a lot of good things today. So we'll start with that and just keep pushing forward. And his wherewithal, his presence, on the bench and with on the headsets was really good, encouraging. So that's also a good thing.
The last time we saw you lose a starter in a game and have the batter to go in like see the effect of those 1 reps from Deacon?
It definitely helps. Yeah, it definitely helps. It's tough to be the number 2 quarterback, and but yeah, he's gotten a little bit more work. But also, he's new to our program, and he hasn't played since 20, I think. So those are things you have in the back of your mind. You have to factor that in. So yeah, for him to get out there and play successfully tonight and lead us to a victory, it should be good for his confidence. All that being said, there's a lot of work to do.
What did you see on Cooper's punt return?
Well, yeah. First of all, talk about it. I'm not sure I would have predicted it based on just the way their guy was punting the ball. First of all, he had a couple of rockets that we hadn't seen. So as you know, a couple went over at Cooper's head, gave us really bad field position. Then somewhere, I guess it was third quarter, fourth quarter, whatever, he had the one that went out of bounds, plus 50 territory, and then on that one he got one that we could field. And as you look out there, he's catching the football, and the gunners, our guys did a good job on their gunners and coverage. There was some space in there, so if Cooper gets space, something good might happen. And he did a great job finishing the play. He's just a really good football player.
Well, I mean, aside from what you just said, how would you define him to somebody who hasn't seen him play maybe?
Yeah, just talking on the radio, it's the movie The Natural. It's like really good players don't look like they're grinding or working that hard out there, but they are. But everything he does just seems to be, it's like it's almost instinctive or natural to him. He's got a really good sense in the return game, and that's a big part of it. He's got the courage to field it and do something with it, and then he just has a good knack of knowing how to read things and where to go. And then same thing on defense. Like he finds a place to be, at the intersection of the ball quite frequently, and looked like a tough catch getting his foot down, but he makes it somehow. He makes it happen.
You had the 4th and 1, and kicking the field goal. Obviously, it ends up paying off. But kind of your thought process there, with a few minutes left, you could have gone for the win.
Yeah, I mean, emotionally, I wanted to go for it. It was my first instinct, and then I think we had a stoppage at play. Then I think something was going on, so I walked down there, and it was a little further than I thought. I thought maybe we could just hit it in there quick, but it was a little further than I thought, and then emotion's one thing, but doing the smart thing was the other, and just felt like it was best to tie the game, and let's keep playing.
Kirk, it's been interesting watching how opposing offenses have kind of attacked you. They've been more so slicing and dicing than attacking downfield. Your secondary hasn't gotten the turnover rate that you've kind of been used to. How important was it for Jamari and Sebastian and Cooper to really kind of get things rolling in that direction?
Yeah, that stuff, if you're focused on those things, it usually means bad things are going to happen. That's something we try to encourage the players to do. It's just play the defense and play your spot. And if it's meant to be, it will be if you're playing it properly. And that's usually how we make big plays defensively. So when guys start thinking more about, getting the pick, that's usually when bad things end up happening. So the ones that came tonight were just, product of the way we're doing things, and guys making good plays. They still got to make a good play. But yeah, we haven't been overly worried about that. Flipping it on the other side, though, I mean, the ball security, it's 2 weeks in a row now. We've done a poor job with that, and that's not going to cut it. We've done better in the penalty department, but you can't turn the ball over. We had one for a touchdown today.
When you look at your wide receivers or your receivers in general, I think there was 6 drops and 5 were on passes thrown by Deacon. Was it the change in velocity or anything, or was it just they weren't doing the job?
Yeah, there might have been a little touch issue on some of the underneath stuff, maybe. I don't know. But I still think like receivers should catch the ball. That's just me. I'm a line coach. So, if you want the ball, catch the ball. And, if we're going to have an offense, we're going to have to do a little bit better in that department. We're going to have to do a little better on blitz pickups. And we missed one of those tonight, which cost us a possession. And then ball security and, our run game. I thought we saw some flashes in the second half and the first half. There wasn't much here in the run game. So, we're 4+5 games into it now. We got to do a little better job on figuring out what we can do, given the guys that we have. It's a moving target with personnel, but figure out what they can do and try to play to their strengths. But if we're going to throw the ball, we got to catch it, and that's just the way it is, no matter who it is. And then if a guy can make a spark play on top of it, like Eric did today. Yeah, that's good football. That's getting things going here a little bit. So, but just like the picks, usually big plays are a byproduct of guys just doing things right and playing hard. And maybe breaking a tackle or doing something a little bit extra.
Kirk,
Let's take two more questions.
Tonight was the first time we got to see Drew Stevens a lot this season, 4 for 4, 40-yarder, 53-yarder. What's he bring to the table that gives you a lot of confidence in him?
Well, he's just been so consistent, basically. I think it was 19 to 21 last year or something like that. I think he missed 2 on the whole season. So, if you think about where he was a year ago, spring when he was here, and both our place kicking just looked terrible that spring, maybe as bad as I've seen in a couple decades. And the improvement he made just from that time spring till last fall through the fall, it's impressive. And he's a bigger, more mature kid now, and he's done a really nice job.
Fans expressed a lot of frustration at points very loudly about the offense and specifically about Brian. What would be your message to them?
Well, I mean, 3 and outs aren't any fun for anybody, so I get that, and we're working hard to improve that, and that's what we're gonna do. That's what we do every year,
Can I
every
ask
season.
about Colby? He didn't play. Connor Colby didn't play, and then the running backs, could they be back next week?
Yeah, so Connor came in at the end of the when Nick came out. Connor
Okay.
came in. He was came out of last week's game a little bit, dinged up, if you will, and practiced I guess yesterday. And was kind of like a reserve guy, emergency guy, but he came out of the game clear, so we're good to go with him. We'll get him back in there. And what was the other question?
Running backs. Could they
Running
be
backs,
back next
yeah,
week?
we'll see. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
see. Hopefully, if not next week, the week after. But it'd be good to get a couple more veteran guys in there. And Kamari sticks it up there and runs hard, so it's a good start. But just be good to have a little more firepower. Okay, thank you.
Coach.